Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna check out top 3 best telescopes. Starting at number 3. Orion SkyQuest XT8. We now come to our first Ebsonian telescope. This isn't a description of its optics, but rather of its mounting. Rather than using a tripod to resist unwanted movements from sources like wind and soil vibrations, the base sits directly on the ground. Since the eyepiece of an Etonian telescope is near the top, this arrangement allows longer, wider telescopes to be mounted efficiently, and it is very stable. The night sky holds plenty of wonders for anyone with a fairly low-powered scope, or indeed a pair of binoculars. To see closer objects in more detail, however, or detect deep sky objects like nebulae and star clusters of all, you need plenty of light-gathering capability, which means a wide aperture. Apart from dedicated observatories, the most practical way to hold these large objective elements and the tubes they need to work is a Dobsonian mount, while the high levels of magnification they enable require more stability than the average tripod can provide. The trade-off, of course, is that this isn't a telescope you can sling into the trunk of your car for the weekend. If your house is in an area with high humidity, light pollution, or smog, you might well find that the maximum nominal zoom of 400x becomes a lot less in actual practice. Unusual for a hobbyist telescope, this Orion can accept eyepieces of both 1.253 and 23 sizes. Despite what you would expect, this has little to no effect on image quality, although it does give you a wider selection when shopping for new attachments. Only one eyepiece is included in the box, giving you 48x magnification to start with. This telescope's shortcomings aren't catastrophic, though. Best of all, the altitude azimuth mount is no more difficult to use than one on a cheap toy telescope. If you have the space and the cash, this can therefore be a good starter telescope with exceptional viewing potential. Check out the description for more information and latest price. Coming at number 2. Gskyer Travel Scope 70mm. Some amateur skygazzers specifically refer to themselves as the backyard type. Spending an evening on your own lawn is certainly convenient, travel costs are minimal, and there are snacks. What, however, is someone living in a well-lit city to do? Even the best telescope's performance is severely degraded by light pollution. This generally means that a road trip is called for if you want to see celestial bodies at their best, and it just happens that sharing a telescope at a campsite is way more fun than telling ghost stories. Refractor telescopes, though they have their disadvantages, are the only real choice when it comes to any kind of highly mobile scope. Reflectors are inevitably thrown out of whack by jolts and vibration, and collimating them again can be a pain when you're somewhere far from a toolbox and, indeed, YouTube tutorials. This Gskyer telescope doesn't have that problem, while the lightweight and the fact that both the tripod and scope fit into a carrying bag make it much more convenient for use in remote locations. Of course, weighing only 6 pounds and coming in at a competitive price, this device isn't built like a tank. Handle it with at least rudimentary caution. To sum up, if you're specifically looking for a telescope you can travel with, this is one of the better choices out there. If, on the other hand, you don't plan on dragging your scope around in the wilderness, something like the Meet Instruments Infinity will probably satisfy you better. Check out the description for more information and latest price. And number 1 of this list, Sky-Watcher Evostar. Despite the fact that reflector telescopes are often preferred due to their many advantages, it's also true that a well-made refractor beats a mediocre reflector any day. In particular, truly high-end, chromatically adjusted refractors are known for the clarity and contrast with which they can display fine detail, making them an option that serious photographers would do well to consider. The very first thing you should know is that this telescope, whether in the 80mm, 100mm, or 120mm variant, is sold without a mount or tripod. You'll effectively be paying more than the already hefty price tag. Since a decent motorized mount can cost close to $1,000, this is not a scope you'd buy unless you have a specific purpose in mind for it. The reason for this intimidating price tag is, of course, the Sky-Watcher's apochromatic lens system. This means that the optics are designed to correct for chromatic aberration, negating the major advantage reflector telescopes have over basic refractor telescopes. This telescope, being a refractive type, is relatively portable and is supplied with a metal transport case. This seems like an excellent idea at this price, but it's certainly not a toy you would bring along on a weekend getaway like the Gskyer Travel Scope or even the Orion Starblast. The good news is that the clarity this telescope provides has to be seen to be believed. Even at high magnifications, images remain crisp and color correct. Anyone who wants to take their astrophotography hobby to the next level and is willing to spend a hefty sum for the privilege will love this telescope. I have included this product links in the description. You can check out this link for more information and latest price. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a like and share with your friends.